video is to show you how you should make a start on actually writing your assignment up. I provided you the statistics folio structure guide. There's a reason you're provided that. You did your proposal. Everyone's done that except one person in the class. That's fine. You've collected data from your subjects. Everyone's done that. You can see in the remaining slides of the folio structure guide, it tells you what each section should have in it. So maybe copy and paste what it says there into your document where you're going to write your assignment so you don't miss anything. Okay? So your introduction should be explaining what you're doing in your task in your own words, telling the reader what their conjecture is, tell the reader what the population of interest was. So this year in 2023, there's 167 year 11 students in general, right? Did you collect data on every single one of those? So you collected a sample of maybe the class of 22 people, okay? But the population of interest was the 167 people in year 11, okay? So you can say that. So for example, if I do that process right now, the purpose of this investigation, now remember my data was this, the sitting and standing, is to determine whether year 11 students at Aberfoyle Park High School have better reflexes when they are sitting or standing. Have I just stated what the task was? Yep. Highlight the conjecture to be investigated. I haven't actually said what my hypothesis was. I'm going to pretend to guess the conjecture to be tested is that students who are sitting and more comfortable have better reflexes than those that are standing. That's my guess. Does my data sort of agree with that? Yeah, you've seen that now. It doesn't matter what your guess is. You can be wrong. Your hypothesis doesn't need to be correct. Your data proves whether you're correct or not. Indicate this population of interest. The population of interest is 167 year 11 students at Aberfoyle High School. Who did we sample from? Did we sample everyone? The sample selected was Mr. Toison. Ooh, fancy. Mr. Toison's year 11 general math. I'm not going to say math. We're trying to be fancy here, so we're going to say mathematics class. Indicate the sample, justify the sample size. That'll be up for you to do. I'll leave that for you. Justify the sample size. Explain why you only selected the 18 people or something that you did. Did you have easy access to your classmates? That's probably justification for it. Introduction written, okay? Less than 5 minutes. Section 2, method. You've all done science up until year 10. What is a method? Can someone explain to me, just in general terms, what a method is in science? Yes?
The procedure you follow to do business.
Yep. How is it written? In a giant paragraph, or is it written step by step? Step by step. So, for example, I'm not going to write the whole method. One, subjects were asked to sit in a comfortable position facing the tester. 2, they were asked to hold out their hand. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm saying all the procedures that I was doing before the ruler drop test. Tell me where the ruler was aligned with their hand. Okay. Tell me how many times you did it. Section 3, measures of center. This is the only one that I want to sort of show you how to write up, because I'm not going to write this whole assignment for you. That'd be ridiculous, right? So, each section of maths, you need to introduce it, discuss why you're doing that particular section. You need to show a model calculation. If you're using this spreadsheet, Do you have any proof that you know how to find the mean, the median, or the mode by hand? No. So what you have to do, yes, I know, you've gotten a shortcut here. You've got the spreadsheet. Show me that you know how to find the mean of something with some random numbers, just to prove in the writing that you can find the mean, median, and mode. All right? That's what a model calculation is. Use a little summary table to summarize all of your results that are meaningful and explain your chosen measure of center. So let's start introducing this. If I was to doing the measures of center section of my DI, what is a measure of center? The measures of center allow us to express a lot of information or many data values in one number. Why is that useful? Because I can compare the numbers. Okay? This is useful because a lot of data is hard to compare to another large amount of data. It is easy to compare one number to another number. Nope. It said bum on the number. All right. What are the three measures of center? Yeah. The three measures of center are the mean, the median, and the mode. The mean is calculated by, could I show a model calculation here? I could find the mean of these 5 trials here. You already know what the answer is meant to be. It's meant to be 8. So just type it out. The mean is calculated by adding up all the data and dividing by the number of data values. E.g., 9 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 in brackets. What would I divide those numbers by? 5 equals, I already know the answer from my spreadsheet, 8. Do I now have evidence on my document that I can find the mean by hand? I didn't find it by hand, it's on the freaking spreadsheet, but I have evidence now, okay? Could I do something similar for the median? I already know what the answer is, but I could show that there. Do I need a formula to find the mode? You could write just look, okay? The most common data value. And so the last thing I want to show here is the summary table. So insert table. There's going to be 2. I think there's going to be 3. It's going to be like this. So sitting, standing, mean, median, mode. You don't want the reader to have to look at this whole spreadsheet to interpret the information, okay? What I want to do is summarize it in one tiny table that shows my results. So what was the average for sitting people? 15.48. What was the average for standing people? 17.62. Median, 15.1. 16.7. Mode, NA. Do you agree that this table literally says my results? And I can talk about them here. So I can go under here, based on the measures of center, it is, let's class it up a bit, quite clear that people that are seated have better reflexes. How do I try to be smart about it? About how many centimeters is it better sitting versus standing? Roughly 2. You can just be rough. The actual result is here, but you're trying to say it in words. Have better reflexes by roughly 2 centimeters, as seen from the summary table above. This is based on on the mean. Based on the median, is it still 2 centimetres? Or is it a little less?
Just over 1.
Just over 1. This is agreed with by the median, but to a lesser extent, as they are only better by slightly more than 1 centimetre when seated. Was mode applicable in this situation? No. Mode was not useful for determining the results because there was no mode, because the data was continuous. Measures of centre, done. Could we do something similar for measures of spread later? Range and interquartile range? Could we do something similar with our displaying data once I've done a video on how to do all of those graphics, the graphs? That's what you're going to be doing. You can do it for the rest of today. You'll be doing it for homework after I start teaching again next week. But you'll have the draft due by week 5 midnight and the final due midnight week 6. And like I've said previously, I don't play with the due dates. If you're getting all of this help, and you can see how if you do all of those sections and you actually sit down and do the work, is it going to take that long? No, I've got proof here. It's going to be on YouTube. So make a start and don't waste your time.